What if I told you that the secret to lasting happiness, the kind that actually stays with you even on your worst days, might be hiding in something as silly as carrying a watermelon on your head? Sounds ridiculous, right? But this simple task ended up transforming a young man's entire life. Not with success tips or money, but with laughter, embarrassment, and yes, a watermelon. This isn't just a story, it's a shift in mindset. And if you stay till the end, I promise you'll never see happiness the same way again. Once upon a time, in a quiet little village nestled between green hills and winding rivers, there lived a cheerful old man named Mr. Silas. He wasn't rich, nor did he wear fancy clothes, but everyone in the village respected him. Why? Because Silas was known for his wisdom, his hearty laugh, and the way he always seemed to carry joy in his pocket like it was a sweet. People would come from nearby towns just to ask for his advice. But no matter how serious the questions were, Silas always answered with a story, a joke, or a task that made people scratch their heads until the wisdom clicked. One sunny morning, a young man named Sam visited Mr. Silas. Sam had been struggling. His job didn't make him happy, his dreams felt too far away, and worst of all, he couldn't shake off the feeling that something important was missing from his life. With hope in his eyes, he asked, "Mr. Silas, I want to learn the secret to happiness and success. Please teach me." Mr. Silas looked at Sam and smiled warmly, the lines on his face deepening like soft valleys. "Ah, happiness and success," he said with a grin. "A big request for such a young man. But very well, I'll teach you. First, you must complete a simple task." Sam straightened up eagerly. "What do I have to do?" Mr. Silas leaned closer and whispered, as if revealing a treasure map. "Go to the village market and find the biggest, ripest, juiciest watermelon you can. Then, carry it on your head and walk through the entire village. Don't drop it. Come back to me when you're done." Sam blinked. "That's it? Carry a watermelon on my head?" "That's it," Silas replied, already chuckling to himself. Though confused, Sam was determined. He made his way to the bustling market, where he scanned stall after stall. Finally, he found a watermelon so huge and round, it looked like it had swallowed the sun. The vendor helped him balance it carefully on his head, and Sam set off. As he walked through the village, heads turned. Children pointed, some clapped. An old woman shouted, "Careful, boy! That fruit's bigger than your head!" A group of boys followed behind, mimicking his wobbling walk and pretending to carry invisible melons. At first, Sam was embarrassed. His face flushed red, and he wanted to hide. But the farther he walked, the more he noticed something strange. The villagers were laughing with him, not at him, and somehow it felt good. He began to smile, then laugh. He wobbled dramatically for the kids, who burst into giggles. By the time he reached Silas's cottage on the edge of the village, he was still carrying the watermelon, but also a new lightness in his step. "I did it," Sam said, proudly placing the watermelon on the grass. Silas was sitting in his chair, rocking slowly and sipping tea. He looked up, saw the fruit, and burst into hearty laughter. "Well done, my boy. You carried it like a champion." Sam grinned, expecting some deep praise or a secret answer to his original question. But Silas only kept laughing. After a moment, Sam asked, "So what now?" Mr. Silas stood up, patted Sam on the shoulder, and said with a smile, "You just learned the secret to happiness." Sam looked puzzled. "I did?" "Yes. Life," Silas said, "is exactly like carrying that watermelon. Sometimes it feels heavy. Sometimes people laugh. Sometimes you feel foolish. But if you keep your balance, keep moving forward, and most importantly, keep your sense of humor, you'll not only get through the village of life, but you'll enjoy the journey." Sam blinked, slowly realizing the depth of those words. "You see," Silas continued, "happiness isn't about reaching some grand place. It's about how you walk the path, with laughter, with lightness, and with the willingness to laugh at yourself now and then. That, my boy, is success. Sam burst into laughter. True, deep laughter. The watermelon, the funny faces, the giggles of the children, all of it replayed in his mind, now full of meaning. From that day on, Sam walked through life a little differently. He didn't let the weight of the world make him bitter. When things got tough, he remembered the watermelon. When he felt overwhelmed, anxious, or unsure of himself, he would close his eyes and picture the children laughing, the villagers clapping, and the ridiculous wobble in his step as he tried to keep the giant fruit balanced on his head. He'd smile to himself and think, if I could walk through a whole village looking like a circus act and still find joy, then I can handle this too. People around him started to notice the change. He smiled more, he worried less, and even when he failed, which he did, like everyone, he laughed first, learned next, and moved on. He stopped seeing failure as a wall and started seeing it as a watermelon moment, a chance to stumble, smile, and grow stronger. Moral of the story: don't wait for life to be perfect to start enjoying it. Embrace the stumbles, laugh at the awkwardness, find joy in the middle of the mess. Because happiness isn't at the finish line, it's hidden in the steps you take, in the people who laugh with you, and in the stories you choose to carry.